Welcome to Pagan Coffee Talk. If you enjoy our content, please consider donating and following our socials.
Oh, goodness. The threefold law. The law of return.
Do you actually believe it?
Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, let's... all right. So first off, let's start with the definition, right? Let's start with how most people see it. Right? Most people in craft have a belief that if you do something, anything, good or bad, right or wrong, whatever you do will come back to you threefold, right? And this comes largely from the Reed. Right? This is the origin point, so far as I know, and the fact that we are obsessed with threes, right? Everything in craft has a triple aspect, or most things.
Right.
So, do we believe it? All right. First off, how is this different from karma?
I'm not exactly sure.
Right. Is it different from karma?
I hear some people say it is and other people don't. The main difference I hear about the difference between the threefold law and karma is karma follows you from one lifetime to another, where the threefold law ends upon death.
Okay. But it still, to me, means that there is a universal or spiritual entity being keeping score.
Referee.
Yes, referee's a
the
great way
the god of referees is sitting up there.
Taking score, deciding what is what.
Did that actually was a good deed that they did, or?
Well, and that's my issue.
Was that a bad deed?
That's my issue. Is I'm like, I personally, I do not believe in karma. Not in the way that many people view it. Right? So I have a really hard time thinking that there's some force that is going to reverberate my energies back to me in multiple ways like that. Do I believe it could be a 1-for-1? Yes.
Really?
To an extent. Yes. Because my thought process is, if I put something out there and there's enough strength, conviction, energy that I am investing into it, will there be a return of some sort
on that investment?
Yes, I believe that.
Right.
Now,
we call those spells.
Yeah. And it's, to me, that's part of faith, right? How could we not believe that there would be an investment, a return of some sort? Now, I'm not saying that return is always going to be exactly what we want it to be. You know,
No.
I'm not saying it's going to be an identical, again, a 1-for-1 sort of balance sheet. But I do think there will be an effect, right? There's a cause, there's an effect.
Right.
Okay. What about you?
When I look at the world and I see these videos where they talk about the so-called instant karma, what I see is less instant karma and more I'm more upset and I'm not really paying attention to what's going on around me than I do something stupid. Are you with me?
Yeah.
You know, it's that guy that speeds along and doesn't realize there's a cop down the road and gets pulled over.
Okay.
I mean, is it really karma?
No.
Because I hate to be this way. How many of them businessmen that you know?
Oh, yeah.
But yet they're still in business. They still have money. Where's the karma? Where? Do you see what I'm saying, though?
Well,
it's when I see it in life, I don't see it quite.
Well, let's break it down like anything else. I mean, first of all, karma is an Eastern philosophy. Right? And it's a lovely idea, but what is it? It's a way to keep people in line.
Yeah.
It's just a belief or a system to make you think before you act and to hold you accountable for those actions. That's a great idea.
I love this idea.
Right. But it's morphed. And it's morphed. And in a lot of the new agey, this is where I get a little, the new agey belief is, oh, if I do good things, good will always come back to me. It's so fruity. It's so fluffy. And it's so naive.
That it makes no sense.
Right. And people just sort of use it as like this blanketed idea of always putting good out and always getting good back. And I'm like, that's just not realistic.
No.
And these are also the people who are the most likely to be devastated
when it all blows up in their face.
Or when something bad happens. Yeah.
Because they're not prepared for actual reality.
Right. And therein lies the problem.
Or is this because me and you were raised on the whole entire belief that while we hope for the best, we prepare for the worst?
Maybe. I also just attribute that to me being a bit of a pessimist. Right?
You a pessimist? No. Never.
But being a pessimist also means, yeah, I'm realistic about things. I don't expect that because I do something good, whatever that means, right, that it means I'm going to be rewarded.
I mean, that's kind of like, okay, I do my prayers in the morning and all this. Does that mean we get extra views?
This is the gold star concept.
Right.
Of craft. This is what I mean. And you get a participation trophy and you get a participation trophy and you get that's just not realistic. The universe doesn't view good or bad.
No.
So people who believe if I'm always, I do good, you know, that again, there's always going to be that dividend return or whatever it is.
But we have enough sayings in the world. We've had enough of these stories. The road to hell was paved with good intentions.
Good intentions. Yes.
Again, we keep on sitting there telling people, look, sometimes this stuff does not work out. Sometimes the ends does not justify the means.
The idea that the universe revolves around the same moral ideas that we do as human beings, as spiritual beings, is absurd.
Well, again, to assume that everybody has the same moral outlook is stupid.
That too. So
I'm sorry.
This is a great story. Very recently, someone I know was at the beach, little summer break.
Right.
And she was on the beach, and by the way, she is a medical professional. Okay. She was on the beach, and there was a child that had wandered. She was maybe 3 or 4 years old. And she's also a mom. She has 4 kids, all grown. And she said that she could hear the parents calling for their son. And she happened to be over by like a picnic area, and she saw this little boy, and she put 2 and 2 together, and she was like, sweetie, I think your family's looking for you. And she, she pointed over, and she's like, is that who you're with? Yeah. Mm-hmm. He nods. Okay. He has a stick. Typical little boy, right? And he's banging the stick on the ground. He's just having a time. And she's trying to coax him to go back to his family without actually picking up this random kid that she doesn't know.
Right.
At that moment, he takes the stick, he whacks the ground, and she goes, I couldn't believe my eyes. She's like, a swarm of ground wasps comes up out of the ground. He hit a nest.
Oh, crap.
She, being a nurse, she's like, I thought fast. She goes, I grabbed the closest beach towel to me. She's like, I wrapped this kid up and I ran. Okay. She got stung 37 times. She had welts everywhere. Her face blew up.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
It was bad. Kiddo, not a single sting.
Cool.
Right? Yeah. She is and at this point, she just, she just took off running. What she did was she took off running in the direction of his family.
Right.
So now the mom sees this and is like, oh my God, freaking out. Okay. The mother's ready to call the police, thinks her child is being kidnapped. It's a whole thing. And there's Angela going, no, hang on. And now her husband comes running because he's like, what is going on? And she's like, it was a shitstorm.
Right.
And she's like, it took 20 minutes to explain to this woman, I'm not trying to kidnap your child. Here's what happened. Right. And
hence the reason the swollen face now.
And now the mother is looking at her going, oh my God, your face. And she's like,
Yes. I may need some drugs.
All this. Fortunately, her husband's a pharmacist. She was all right. All of this, right? Because she was doing a good thing.
Yes.
Where's the return there? Where's the anything? Now, she's a good-natured person. She's an easygoing person. She didn't think of it as anything. She attributed no retribution, no karma, nothing. She was just like, you know what? It happens. Good news is that kid didn't get stung. I'll be fine. I've been on a lot of Benadryl. And that's it. That's it. And I mean, someone else might go, oh, that's payback for something she did. Or blah, 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 blah. No, it's not.
Did you really break your arm because you broke your mom's lamp?
Right.
I just really.
Right. It's coincidence. Now, at the same token, one could say, well, the kid had good karma, right? That she was there.
Yeah.
He didn't get stung. He's fine. But what would have happened if she hadn't been there and he hit that wasp's nest?
Right.
He could have died.
He could have.
So a lot of things to take into account. But yeah, now there's something else that I love in the threefold conversation that I've always been a little bit fascinated with.
All right.
If you point a finger at someone else, 3 fingers point back at you.
Right.
Is that not part of our threefold system? Is that not a better illustration?
I think that is more of a better illustration. That we ourselves are more of a reflection of what we're doing than
exactly
anything else.
Exactly. So the idea being, before you pass a judgment, talk shit, try to bend another's will, right? Do any of these things, stop and look in the direction you're pointing and realize, yeah, there's 3 fingers pointing back at you.
Well, I find it amazing that that most of the people that do this never stop and goes, but what if it was me? What if I was that person that's at the center of all of this, that somebody's aiming all their malice at me?
Absolutely.
Because everybody's gung-ho until it's them.
Absolutely. And I think that's where, again, karma there's a good concept there in terms of stop and take a minute and think about, you're not perfect.
No.
And whatever your issue is with someone else, somebody else might have the same issue with you. I mean, there's so many variables there. So, the threefold law, I believe, was always meant to create check and balance. And the reality is, you can't have witches running around doing whatever they want.
No.
And the threefold law became the antidote, if you will, to "an ye harm none, doest thou will." Because it's that doest thou will part that gets people in trouble.
Well, and the majority of times people wind up, but on the other hand, I do see people use that as a hammer to beat people into some submission, and which is not what it was meant to do.
No. But also think about the origin, right? We had guys like Aleister Crowley running around with impunity.
Right.
Basically going, do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And
the whole of the law. And
yeah.
Trust me, I understand.
And then you had people like Doreen Valiente and some of Gardner's, offshoots and other people within other founding members, if you will, going, wait a minute, that's a bad idea.
Right, because I remember the whole 90s. We were unethical people, and we had to.
There had to be a way, if we were going to be taken seriously as a faith and as a religion, we couldn't just shrug our shoulders and go, well, yeah, we do whatever we want. We don't have a moral code. That's a problem societally. Yeah. Now, it may not be a problem for the individual, but from a societal standpoint, that made us a liability.
To some people, yeah.
To a lot of people. To other faiths, that made us, what do you mean? There's no compass here, what do you mean?
But we had compasses. It's just
different kind of compass.
It's just different kind.
Yeah, no, mine faces north. Thanks. But yeah, we did, but it was totally different. We didn't see it the same way. So this was this is why in the world during the 90s, everybody just talked about ethics and morals. It was all, we still have so many people that harp on the threefold law. And I'm like, so again, it makes me say, now here's the bigger thing that I think is important. If you're a witch, if you are contemplating a magical working, if you're in the middle of a magical working, if your mind wanders to the idea that whatever you're about to do is going to come back and smack you like a dump truck 3 times harder, it just did. You are fucked.
Right.
Why would you even want that thought to invade your working?
Or even come close to it?
Yes. That causes a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety for a lot of mages. That's not good.
And it doesn't help the spell at all.
No, you are not supposed to enter into a working with fear, anxiety,
or doubt.
Hey, yeah. That's, that but yet we've created this.
We've even made it part of the damn spells now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, to the harm none, and so you're sticking that thought already in there that it could possibly.
Bad idea.
Just saying.
Bad idea. Yeah, I remember having that thought in my head. I remember being apprehensive or concerned, and guess what?
No, I got a real question for you. What was the first time you realized that was all wrong and you could?
It took, I am embarrassed to say it took me longer than it should have to really come to terms with that and to understand it, because it used to be, look, my 20s were a mess. An absolute tragedy. And I genuinely wonder how much of that was my own doing, because I had that fear instilled in my workings.
Mm-hmm.
I really question that now. I'm like, oh boy, I did that. I created a boomerang where there shouldn't have been one
at all.
And now I think back and I go, oy.
Because again, by the time you get done, by the time you realize how much psychology and behavioral science we actually learn, sitting there and manipulating your coworkers and other people around you becomes way too easy, and
it does. But I think that the thing is, if we train our initiates well,
yes,
and we train ethics and morals, and we give people sound advice that allows them to create their own moral compass,
right,
then there is no concern for this.
No,
we don't have to worry about it, and we can let the threefold law
kind of
just be
a nice
nice poem.
It's a nice poem. It's a nice golden rule if we could ever achieve that, but
absolutely
right now where it's not nowhere close.
Absolutely. And the other thing is, please don't overlap the idea of the triple goddess and the threefold law.
Oh God, no.
They're not the same thing, right? Sometimes people see the fates and the 3 faces of the god and they think of it in those terms, and I'm like, whoa.
No.
They are separate. They are totally different. You're mixing apples and crocodiles.
Right.
You're not even in fruit anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No, but just because the numbers match up.
But that's what we do. We like patterns.
We love patterns.
Yeah.
Patterns are good.
People find patterns and then they associate them to one another. And it's like, stop it. That doesn't work the same way.
There's a face on Mars. It's
So,
not a pattern.
Yeah. You know what I would like to manifest threefold right now?
Coffee?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thanks for listening. Join us next week for another episode. Pagan Coffee Talk is brought to you by Life Temple and Seminary. Please visit us at lifetempleseminary.org for more information, as well as links to our social media: Facebook, Discord, Twitter, YouTube, and Reddit.
We travel down this trodden path, a maze of stone and mire. Just hold my hand as we pass by a sea of blazing pyres. And so it is the end of our days, so walk with me till morning breaks. And so it is the end of our days, so walk with me till morning